On the list, proof scientists will study anything, women grumpier than men, using bee venom to look younger.
One beauty secret that won't sting a bit.
Dog tricks you can use on your kids, and what you don't know about that cup of joe. It's Monday, January 7th, 2013, and you're on the list. At number 1 on the list of stories everyone's talking about, Inflation Nation. 2013 is the year of the wallet, as in get ready to have yours emptied out. Here's the list of what will cost you more. Gas. Already prices are up about 3 cents, and experts say it won't stop there.
Yeah, I think we're at the point now where $4 a gallon seems cheap, and I think by the end of next year, we may not raise an eyebrow at $5 a gallon. I think that's where we're headed.
And switching to a sippy car won't ease the pain. Those will cost more too. Ironically, higher fuel efficiency standards are to blame. You will be paying for last year's drought at the supermarket. Price checks on veggies and meat. And if you get sick, get ready to feel even worse as your employer passes along the cost of their increased premiums.
I do plan on going to school, so it'll probably put a little dent in my wallet.
A big dent. Tuition costs up 5% nationally, as if books, board, and buckets of ramen didn't cost enough. At number 2, running hot and cold. The cold weather that's been plaguing the Midwest and the East Coast will ease up this week. The snow was so bad in Green Bay that volunteers shoveled Lambeau Field before the Packers game this weekend. And in China, a 33-foot icicle dangling from a balcony. What makes this sight so strange? There hasn't been any snow or rain in days. Residents think a broken solar water heater might be the cause. Look out below. At number 3, Sleeping Beauty, Waking Beast. New research proves what men may have suspected all along, that women are grumpy in the morning. A survey by What Else But the Sleep Council discovered women wake up crabbier than men and stay that way longer. 13% of women say they never wake up in a bad mood compared to 25% of men.
Now, the biggest reason women say they're angry in the AM, stress and worry.
You and I, we're very nice in the morning.
Absolutely.
That barista has dropped all the charges. On the subject of grouchy,
At number 4, Scare Bears.
She's coming closer and closer. Oh my God. She is enormous.
wildlife photographer Gordon Buchanan built a special pod to observe polar bears in Norway for a BBC TV series. What he did not count on was the bears' reaction. They're not exactly rolling out the bearskin welcome mat. A 1,000-pound bear clawed at the cage for more than 45 minutes trying to get to Buchanan.
It's a strange mixture of terror and comedy, because it just felt like a monumentally stupid thing to do, but it was incredible.
Maybe the bear just wanted an ice-cold Coke? At number 5, all on the line. Tonight, the biggest game in college football as the Alabama Crimson Tide takes on Notre Dame. A win tonight would mean Bama's 3rd in 4 years, and they'd make history as the first team with back-to-back BCS wins. Notre Dame, not even ranked at the start of the season, looking for its first national championship since 1988. Tickets are a hot item. We found one going for almost $4,000 on StubHub. It was the Battle in Seattle, featuring rookie quarterbacks Russell Wilson for the Seahawks, Robert Griffin III for the Redskins. Wilson, who was the overall 75th draft pick last year, came out the winner while RG3 hurt his knee. Seahawks move on to the Falcons, also advancing to round 2, Houston, Green Bay, and Baltimore. And now you are caught up and clued in on the top of the list.
Number 52, Ray Lewis.
Let's start the week off with a smile and punchlines in the news.
Members of Congress are set to get a pay raise this year. Isn't that unbelievable? Isn't that like tipping the plumber for fixing the toilet he blocked up in the first place?
A new study out shows that fat people, heavy-set people, obese people actually may live longer. This study was funded by the Cheesecake Factory.
Iceland's government is forcing a girl named Light Breeze to change her name because it's not on the approved list of names for girls. Yes, Light Breeze is a ridiculous name for an Icelandic woman, said Bjork.
If you have a child or a dog, you are going to want to see this. A few months ago, when I was super pregnant with my second son, I met a dog trainer who gave me 3 tips for my toddler. Now, this stuff might seem strange, but you gotta trust me, it is wildly effective and it's what's trending. On Modern Family, Cameron and Mitchell put their daughter Lily on a leash.
I haven't been judged by this many people since I forgot my campus bags at Whole Foods.
But maybe there's something to it, using dog training techniques with kids. These days, parents are borrowing tips from the likes of Cesar Millan, who says if you want discipline and devotion, you need to be the leader of your pack. The trend was even parodied on South Park.
So the child needs to learn that he's not the most important person in the house.
Meet Bill Glatzel, a Harvard-trained therapist, people therapist, who is now an in-demand dog trainer. He gave us 3 tips from the dog world to keep your kids from, this. Number 1, don't talk so much. Keep your commands simple.
When I tell you down, down means to go down. But you don't go through that verbiage. Down, show them down, reward them.
Number 2, be an alpha parent.
True alpha dog rarely ever has to exert much power because they've earned the respect.
Number 3, positive reinforcement.
I said, hey, if you brush your teeth, you can have an M&M. Okay? Now, got him in the habit
Does your dentist need a boat? What's going on?
The nice thing is he's got great teeth, because here's the thing, when you're using those type of rewards, you start weaning them off, but it's about creating a habit.
After the candy, you switch to a verbal reward and a pat on the head.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Good girl, good girl.
Junkers jumping, pillow powwows, and a symphony of salvage on headlines around the world.
First to Paraguay, where these young Mozarts are playing instruments made from trash they found in a landfill.
We've used everything, caps, coins, and even keys from doors.
There are guitars made of cans, cellos from metal drums, and brass instruments from pipes. The conductor decided to help kids who live in extreme poverty near a garbage dump with the gift of music, using original instruments to cover the classics. Jumping jalopies, let's go to England. These evil knuckleheads accelerated their cars over a ramp in an attempt to fly over a line of 10 wrecked cars. Not all the chitty bang-up stuck the landing, but the crashers got the most applause. The winner, by the way, only earns bragging rights and the prestige, of course, of driving home in that styling ride. And finally to Shanghai for Pillow Fight. Feathers fly as 200 university students and workers take part in this annual stress reliever. No featherweight champ will be named in the headrest hullabaloo. Just get in there and bop till you drop. I feel more relaxed just watching them. Let's go home.
Car chases, a Lone Star Family Fortune, and a creepy cuddly canine, all dropping on DVD Tuesday.
You're a bank robber?
I did the getaway driving part.
First, real-life married couple Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard burn rubber and bridges in the high-octane airbag buster Hit and Run.
You owe me. What are you talking about?
I was in jail for 8 months.
Oh, you didn't like the gym equipment?
I got in prison because of you. Yeah.
I'm really, really sorry.
Twists, turns, T-bones, and 35 smiles per gallon highway. This comedy never takes its foot off the gas. Next, Black Gold is flowing, and to South Fork we're going. TNT's hit show Dallas is back for a new generation.
I don't want them to be like us.
I am sick to death of this family devouring itself over money.
It stars recently passed away Larry Hagman from the original series, plus Josh Henderson and Jesse Metcalfe as Newings.
You'll never be a Ewing, Christopher.
Dust off that cowboy hat and sink your spurs into this diabolical family drama. Finally, the story of a boy and his dog. It's Tim Burton's Frankenweenie.
Sparky! I can't believe it! I can fix that.
He's alive! But I thought all dogs go to heaven. This animated family comedy is guaranteed to light you up. Last Tuesday, The Ball dropped. This week, it's DVDs.
The search for the fountain of youth sends many of us to the spa where there's an interesting list of treatments. The geisha facial uses sterilized bird poo as an exfoliator, or one using milkweed, which is the substance caterpillars eat during metamorphosis. And then there's the placenta facial. Enough said. Now a new treatment is joining the list, and it has the beauty world buzzing.
In the elusive pursuit of skin perfection, there's a new contender.
Bee venom has been found to actually have great anti-aging effect.
That's right, bee venom.
It tricks the skin into thinking that it's been stung. No, it's not going to hurt like a bee sting, but it will make your skin feel like it's received the sting and it needs rescuing.
Send in the reinforcements, or in this case, blood, which flows to the area, increasing collagen and cell turnover. That repairs sun damage and helps with breakouts. Some feel the sting more than others, but no matter what you feel, you will see beautiful results.
Their skin is just looking smoother, brighter, more toned, so a beautiful, radiant finish.
It's being called nature's Botox, but it doesn't happen fast. For that, you'll want to go with the real thing.
This is for those people who perhaps don't want to go that route but still would like that rejuvenation to their lines and wrinkles. This treatment will soften their expressions over time.
You'll need several treatments at $150 a pop to get the same effect as Botox. Also, make sure to test the products to see if you're allergic. And for the insect lovers out there,
no bees have been injured in the process of extracting the bee venom.
What really goes on inside those exclusive airline clubs? We've got your ticket behind closed doors. And sweet, sweet caffeine. What you don't know about that daily cup of coffee. Coming up on the list.
This week kicks off a month of new winter television premieres, so bundle up and set the DVR for these must-see TV shows.
The list is online. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. The List. Get on it.
Today, we take a tour of what was once the Wild West on the Explorer. First, Yellowstone Park. Did you know Old Faithful was once used as a laundromat? It's true. An expedition found that if you put clothes in the crater, once ejected, they would be totally clean. Hey, save those quarters for parking meters. Well, it's time to visit because YellowstoneParkNet.com has a package deal that has us gushing. For a wild $536 per person, you get 5 nights at the Three Bear Lodge, a full-day tour of Yellowstone National Park, 2 hours of zip lining at Big Sky, a half a day of river rafting on the Gallatin, 3 hours of horseback riding, and a 2-day pass to the Grizzly Discovery Center. Definitely not your average day in the park. Next, remember the Alamo. San Antonio is the 3rd largest city in Texas and home to the Battle of the Alamo. TexasTourism.com has a super theme park summer package. Starting at $750 a head, you'll stay at the Holiday Inn Riverwalk, a boat tour of the San Antonio River, and dinner on the Romantic Riverwalk. Finally, a hole-in-the-ground 6 million years in the making, the Grand Canyon. It's 277 miles long and up to 18 miles wide. And you'll be wide-eyed when you see this deal. That includes accommodations in gorgeous nearby Sedona. For $294 for 2, KingsRansomSedona.com offers you 2 nights at the Kings Ransom Sedona Hotel, a 25-minute helicopter tour of the Grand Canyon, and a 2-hour Jeep tour. Wow! Showing you the best of the Wild West on the Explorer.
If the craziness of travel takes its toll on you, Connor Knighton has a plan that offers a respite. Connor, what's the deal?
I had a crazy time at the club this weekend. I took shots of espresso. I hooked up with the Wi-Fi network. I mean, really, I should get tested for beta-carotene levels because I had so many carrots. I went to an airline club. In increasingly hectic airports, airline clubs are one of the last oases of calm. But are they worth it? Well, today we take a look. Most major US airlines have clubs or lounges in most major cities. Now you've seen them. You're wandering around the terminal and then all of a sudden some traveler slips away behind sliding doors. It's definitely nicer inside. Clubs offer some free munchies, drinks, Wi-Fi, more comfortable seating. Annual passes, though, are not cheap. $450 for Delta clubs, $475 for United, although rates are lower if you have elite status with an airline. You can also buy day passes, typically around $50. And even if you're stealing a bunch of snacks to take on board, it's hard to justify those prices unless you fly a ton. Although there are some situations where it might actually be worth it. If your flight is ever canceled and you're in a crazy long line of passengers waiting to be rebooked, run to the lounge. The lounge has its own agents who are very skilled at changing tickets. There's not much of a line, and if it's important for you to be at your destination as early as possible, that $50 could get you booked before everyone else, and it gives you a comfortable place to wait. Certain cards, like the United Explorer card from Chase, comes with free lounge passes. The American Express Platinum card has a $450 annual fee, but one of its benefits is free access to American, Delta, and US Airways lounges. And finally, most clubs allow members to bring in a guest for free. So the cheapest possible option is just to stand in front of one, bat your eyes a little bit, make a duck face, and hope to rely on the kindness of strangers.
Viralist.
The best videos on the interwebs. First up, escalated excitement. Where can you find the world's shortest escalator? In a Japanese department store.
Its vertical rise is only 32.8 inches.
It actually holds the Guinness World Record. So how was it to ride?
I rode the escalator 7 times, and it was a glorious experience.
Next up, let's play fetch. Forget playing with your dog. This guy's playing fetch with his pet fox. Foxes are actually closely related to our household dogs and have even been bred to become domesticated. This little furball even knows commands.
Sit. Good boy.
Lastly, awesome a cappella.
Now I'm lying on the cold hard ground.
The music group Walk Off the Earth collaborated with master beatboxer Korean FX for the cover of Taylor Swift's new hit, I Knew You Were Trouble.
No apologies, I'll never see you cry.
They're actually the same group that covered Somebody I Used to Know on one guitar last year.
I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Shame on me now.
Remember, you can check out all the links to the best viral videos at thelistshow.tv.
Trouble.
Never trouble on the viral list.
Trouble.
Sip on this. Less alcohol and more chefs are the new mixing trends for your cocktails in the upcoming year. Oh, sorry, I need a cup of coffee, and apparently so does the rest of America. This is Coffee by the Numbers. What do you think the average amount of coffee people drink in a day is?
5 or 6 cups.
2 to 3 cups? 2 cups.
I would say about 3 cups.
Very good, 3 cups. How does that make you feel?
Jittery.
The average cup of Joe is 9 ounces, which means the typical coffee drinker knocks back 27 ounces a day. There are 100 million daily coffeeholics here in the U.S., 54% of Americans over 18. That's a lot of people trying to be less tired. Almost 7 of 10 pour a cup of coffee within the first hour of waking up. 54% say coffee makes them feel more like themselves. I wonder who they are when they're not themselves. 35% of coffee quaffers like their Java Black. The other 65% hit cream and or sugar. Each year, the average coffee drinker spends more than $160 on coffee. Cha-ching! And 30 million of us order those foo-foo concoctions like the 3-shot room temp non-fat creme brulee, 15-syllable barista befuddler, and those are pricey. Take a guess on how much America spends a year on specialty coffees, like lattes, cappuccinos, mochas.
15, 20 million?
$20 million? Let's go $9 billion a year.
$10 billion.
That is a very good guess. It's actually over $17 billion.
I mean, I can see that.
I think I need to open a Starbucks.
You know what? I think we both do.
Earlier on the list, we showed you dog tricks that can help train kids. What's one trick you use to make your kids behave? Get on the List Facebook page and enlighten us.
Don't write off these companies. 2013 is the year of the comeback for these powerful brands.
Before we say goodbye, it's officially time to say so long to those dried out Christmas trees. So why not send them off in style? Thanks for watching The List. Now a look at what we are already working on for tomorrow.
It's texting with a twist, the app that makes you feel like a secret agent and why you might want to hide it from your kids. Plus, radar in your mouth, the new technology that can help dentists track down cavities. Tomorrow on The List.